Hello, thank you for joining us today to hear about our new innovative app. First, I'd like to introduce you to our team, the Red Hot Chili Coders.
Hi, I'm Jack and I'm from Birmingham. I studied biomedical science at university, but for the last 5 years I worked in the financial services industry. I'm excited to start a career in tech to continue to solve problems, but with a much wider scope for creativity.
Hi, my name is Mohammed and I'm from London. After leaving university, I worked as a biomedical scientist in the NHS. Now, thanks to the School of Code, instead of looking for solutions in the lab, I've decided to start being creative and look for solutions using code.
Hi, I'm Emily. After training as a pastry chef and living abroad, I wanted to find a more rewarding and stable career. I'm now fully in love with code, especially all the pretty parts.
Hi, I'm Leanne. I used to plan and book inspiring holidays. Now, with my new skills learnt through School of Code, I can plan and build incredible software applications, and I can't wait to start a rewarding career in tech.
Hi, I'm Troy. I'm from Canterbury, Kent, and prior to the School of Code, I've worked within the transport industry for 6 years. I've really enjoyed my time here as a boot camper, working with new teams and learning new technologies, and I can't wait to get my career started within tech.
Hi, my name's Tan. I was a freelance writer and performance artist. I joined the School of Code during my maternity leave as a teacher, and I'm really looking forward to embedding the learning that I've learned within the industry. We were given a very wide brief to develop an application that solves any problem. We decided to look at health, fitness, and well-being. From the figures on screen, you can see there were millions of apps available to support the lifestyles of users, but focusing on individual aspects can become confusing. It can decrease motivation and increase inconsistent short-term app use. We therefore wanted to create an all-in-one lifestyle and productivity app. We wanted to make our app simple and aesthetically pleasing, whilst also being accessible to everyone. Based on the responses we received from our Google form questionnaire sent out to current boot campers, the majority of respondents specified the need for a mobile app that combines fitness and productivity. We created 2 user stories to ensure each feature we developed had a purpose. The user stories also informed our daily stand-ups and sprints.
Life weighing you down, let us do the lifting. I'm excited to introduce to you our new innovative app, the Life Lifter. Our cross-platform app allows our users to set and track goals. It's primarily built for mobile, but is responsive for desktop and tablet too. From the sign-in page, the user can log in and then be greeted with a personalised message depending on the time of day. They can also view a list of their scheduled activities. If the user has nothing planned for that day, they will be greeted with a motivational quote. I'd now like to hand you over to Jack, who will demonstrate how our app is used on a day-to-day basis.
So here I'm currently logged into the app and I've got a few tasks added to my day, which are colour-coded based on the activity type. I can add a task to my day by either selecting the Add Task button or navigate into the relevant section in the nav bar. So I'm going to go ahead and add a wellbeing task to my day. So this is the wellbeing section, but all of the sections are set up in the same format. There's a date picker at the top, allowing the users to select the date that they want to plan, along with a selection of activities to add to their day. Upon selecting an activity, a user is presented with times to pick from and a back button. There's also a custom option on each page, so a user can enter a custom activity with a title, a description, and a duration. Hitting send will send them back to the home page, and you can see the task has been added to the day. In addition to the current date, users can also use the calendar picker to check their agenda on past or future dates. So next in the app, we have the recipe section, which utilises a third-party API to retrieve recipes. So users can select a date again, but in this case we'll just choose today, and have a look at some of the featured recipes. Each one is displayed as a card containing an image, servings, preparation time, and the number of calories. Upon clicking on a recipe, the recipe opens in a new window on the provider's site, so users can view the method and the ingredients. Also on the recipe section, we have a search feature, so users can search for recipes. These are displayed in the same card format as the featured ones. After finding a recipe that looks interesting, this can be added to the user's day simply by clicking on the Add Me button. The recipe will then appear on the dashboard in a similar format to the tasks. Once the recipe is on the dashboard, it can be clicked on again, and this will display in the same format with a pop-up to the external provider's site. The daily task board is designed to be simple and easy for users to use. They can check off tasks throughout the day and delete tasks accordingly. The progress bar updates in real time, and there's a little confetti animation once the tasks for the day have been completed. This is to help motivate and encourage users to achieve their goals. The final section of the app is the My Progress section, which can be accessed from the account menu displayed in the top left corner. Here, users can see their progress over the past week. We chose to use the task colour scheme for the progress charts to provide a simple and consistent experience across the app. Below the charts, we've got a little key just to confirm what each of the sections of the charts represent. The charts are designed to show user statistics visually, allowing easy comparison between the days. Our user research showed that most people would use this kind of app on the mobile. However, with accessibility and the user experience in mind, we designed the app to be responsive. So here's a quick preview of how our app looks across a desktop and a mobile. The mobile is shown on the left with the light theme, and the desktop's on the right with the dark theme. So now you've seen how the app works, I'm going to pass you over to Troy, and he's going to talk through the process of making the app.
Teamwork played a crucial role in being able to achieve our MVP, and we encouraged everyone to share their ideas without any judgment being made. We took this inspiration from the Disney ideation process, and this included the dreamer, the realist, and the critic room. As a team, we also put in place some further measures, including a voting system to reduce the chance of potential conflicts, and this ensured everyone was on the same page in regards to our overall final vision for the app.
During the brainstorming process, we wrote our collective ideas on a Miro board, making sure to discuss each idea so as to filter out anything that we didn't want to develop. We used the Disney ideation process to expand our filtered ideas into respective definite, maybe, stretch, and no components. Our weekly goals were planned out on Notion, where we made sure to review each goal at the end of the week. If we felt our weekly goals were not met, we held group meetings in order to better manage our expectations. Throughout this project, we utilized an agile approach, and we used a Trello board to manage this. We broke down our epics into smaller tickets to better manage our workload. We divided each of these into sprints for each day, delegating amongst ourselves. There were daily stand-ups to better understand our tasks for the day and to anticipate any blockers. Evening retros were conducted to touch base with other members of the team and to better understand our progress. During the workday, we made sure to branch off the main production branch on GitHub so we could test the codebase before final merging. Each day, we made sure to focus heavily on pair programming, as we felt it was a better learning experience for everyone.
For our design, we chose 6 main colours, 2 as a base and 4 to represent different categories. We made the design with accessibility in mind and adapted as we went through the project to keep this as a priority. One feature we changed because of this was instead of having the task text on a coloured background, we decided to use the accent colour as a border to keep the text as readable as possible. We also made sure we had clear call to actions throughout the app to keep things simple for the user. The key features we knew we wanted were different activities and recipes that the user could select, a task board with daily tasks that the user could check off throughout the day, and a progress page where the user could see how many tasks that they had completed in a graph for the whole week. So we had a big dream for our app, but we only had a limited amount of time. So we went with an agile approach, starting with an MVP. After we confirmed our key features, we planned out our MVP using Figma. We decided to make our MVP with 4 categories with activities the user could choose from to add to their task board. Once we had accomplished our MVP, our next goals were to add a calendar so that users could add their actions in advance. We also wanted to add in the progress page to motivate users to complete their tasks or their goals.
For the front end, we decided to use Next.js because we wanted to gain more experience using a technology that is more commonly used within the industry. Next.js also has the ability to speed up the development process by using reusable components and many tools built in, such as routing, and it also provides a more SEO-friendly approach to building websites. The front end was deployed with Netlify, which integrates directly with our GitHub repository. And for the back end, we use Postgres, Node.js, Express, and Firebase. We use Firebase because it was easier to set up compared to Auth0, and Firebase also allows you to use custom login pages, which we implemented ourselves. We deployed our backend with Heroku, which also contains our Postgres user data information.
Like any software project, our team implemented tests to ensure our app was resilient and maintainable. We used Jest for unit and integration testing on the back end. For the front end, end-to-end tests were written using Cypress. We relied heavily on Postman during the development phase of our app to allow quick and easy testing of our API endpoints.
Some of the roadblocks we come across during our project, including deciding which technologies to use. And in the end, we decided to build upon our already existing knowledge of React and Next.js to make sure that we could meet the requirements of the MVP within the provided 4-week timeframe. Other blocks included implementing new technologies. For that, we had no prior experience with. An example of this would be Firebase. Our final and biggest hurdle was using Material MUI, and we used mostly MUI components throughout the entire project. Unfortunately, it became evident that there were some restrictions in regard to customizing these components. Although it took some time to understand how to customize these components, once we got used to it, it really helped us keep the app responsive and the styling consistent.
We have really enjoyed building and working on our app, and with more time, there's even more things we'd like to implement. If we had another 2 to 3 days, we'd like to implement a running streak. We'd use the information that the users submitted on the dashboard. Once they completed all tasks for that day, this would reward them 1 sticker. We feel that if the user can log in and see how they're getting on, this would encourage and motivate them to keep logging in each day and build up their streak. If we had another 7 days, we would research recurring events, allowing our user to add the same activity to multiple days, greatly improving the user experience. Whilst building our product, we've also taken great care to ensure a high score on Lighthouse for our accessibility. Going forward, this wouldn't change and will continue to remain a top priority. Looking to the future and to encourage the growth of our app, we would like to build an online community, a place where users can share and compare their results and hold them accountable to log in and complete their goals. We'd also like to set up joint goals where friends can collaborate to make sure they both achieve what they've set out to do.
Over the course of our project, we made sure to conduct daily and weekly retros to better understand how we can grow and develop as a team. It seems only fitting to do a final one at the end of the project. We all contributed to what we liked, learned, lacked, and longed for. Here, you can see some of our end of project thoughts. In terms of what we liked, the overall consensus seemed to be how well we all worked as a team and the fact that we all had a similar vision for the app. We learned a number of things, mainly how to implement Firebase Auth, MUI, brushing up on testing, and better understanding linking our front and back ends. In hindsight, we lacked clear day-to-day goals for each team pairing, and as momentum picked up, we sometimes struggled to meet our daily objectives. We should have given each team member a chance to run daily stand-up to allow everyone to gain this experience. We also felt we could have implemented TypeScript into our project to allow for better error handling and debugging.
So thank you so much for taking the time to listen to us today. We really hope that you enjoyed learning about our app and that you love it as much as we do. Please feel free to check it out using the link here and to reach out to any of us to ask any questions or just say hi.